Future queen or future bride? Princess Leonor of Spain. Big choice. In October 2023, Princess Leonor of Spain carried out one of the most consequential acts required of a future head of state. On her 18th birthday, she stood before the Cortes Generales and swore loyalty to the Spanish Constitution. This moment formally confirmed her role as Princess of Asturias and heir to the throne, anchoring her future within Spain's democratic framework. The significance of this event lies not in symbolism alone, but in clarity. It marked the transition from preparation in principle to preparation in law. Yet moments like this often generate public narratives that move in a different direction, ones shaped by cultural expectation rather than constitutional reality. What many people do not fully understand is how modern monarchy defines priority, how personal milestones are institutionally framed, and why the idea of a choice between public duty and private life misunderstands the structure entirely. By the end of this video, you will understand how Princess Leonor's role is being shaped, why leadership preparation takes precedence, and how constitutional monarchies manage continuity in the modern era. That understanding begins with the nature of the institution itself. Spain is a constitutional monarchy governed by the 1978 Constitution. The monarch serves as head of state, symbolizing national unity and continuity, while political power resides with elected representatives. This framework imposes strict requirements on neutrality, legality, and public accountability. Princess Leonor became heir apparent in 2014 when her father, King Felipe VI, ascended the throne. From that moment, her public identity shifted from that of a royal child to that of a constitutional successor in training. This shift was not merely symbolic, it came with long-term expectations regarding education, conduct, and preparation. The Spanish monarchy, particularly in the last decade, has emphasized institutional discipline. This emphasis reflects an understanding that public trust depends on clarity of role and restraint of visibility. As a result, Princess Leonor's upbringing has been intentionally structured. Her early public appearances were limited and purposeful. She appeared at national commemorations, cultural ceremonies, and institutional events where the focus was collective rather than individual. These appearances were designed to establish recognition without creating familiarity based on personality. As she grew older, this approach remained consistent. Education has been central to her preparation. Princess Leonor attended school in Madrid before enrolling at UWC Atlantic College in Wales, an international institution known for its emphasis on global citizenship, diplomacy, and leadership development. This choice aligned her education with that of other European heirs and future public leaders. Public communication surrounding her education focused on academic rigor, multilingual fluency, and international perspective. Notably, it avoided personal narrative. This was not an oversight, but a deliberate boundary. In constitutional monarchies, preparation is public, personal development remains private. This boundary becomes increasingly important as heirs reach adulthood. When Princess Leonor turned 18, the constitutional implications were immediate. Her oath before Parliament was a legal requirement, affirming her loyalty to the Constitution and her commitment to democratic principles. The ceremony emphasized continuity between monarchy and state rather than personal transformation. The language used during the event reinforced this focus. It centered on service, legality, and responsibility. There was no reference to future personal milestones, because such matters fall outside constitutional relevance. This distinction helps explain why public narratives sometimes diverge from institutional reality. The idea of a choice between being a future queen and a private individual reflects a misunderstanding of monarchy's structure. Constitutional monarchy does not operate on personal trade-offs. Instead, it integrates personal development into institutional preparation. Throughout history, heirs have balanced private lives with public responsibility, but the public dimension has always been defined by constitutional duty. Personal milestones become relevant only when they intersect with institutional function. Until that point, restraint is the norm. In the modern media environment, this restraint can be misinterpreted. Silence is often read as absence, and boundaries are sometimes mistaken for secrecy. In governance, however, boundaries are essential. Under King Felipe VI, Spain's monarchy has reinforced these boundaries as part of a broader effort to strengthen legitimacy. Transparency has been prioritized where it matters: finances, constitutional conduct, and public accountability, while personal matters remain outside official discourse. Princess Leonor's trajectory reflects this philosophy. Her military training offers a clear example. In Spain, the monarch serves as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. For this reason, heirs traditionally undergo formal military education across different branches. Princess Leonor's enrollment in military academies follows established precedent and reflects serious preparation. Coverage of this training has focused on discipline, service, and institutional understanding. It underscores the gravity of her future role rather than framing her as a lifestyle figure. Comparative context reinforces this interpretation. In the Netherlands, Crown Princess Amalia's public profile similarly emphasizes education and constitutional readiness. In Sweden, Crown Princess Victoria's early adulthood was marked by structured preparation before assuming greater public responsibilities. These monarchies share an understanding that leadership preparation must precede personal visibility. This shared model highlights a central truth: modern monarchies endure by prioritizing function over fascination. The question implied by the title, Future Queen or Future Bride, suggests a dichotomy that does not exist within constitutional frameworks. There is no institutional choice between the two. There is only a timeline governed by relevance. Educational analysis helps clarify this. Rather than focusing on hypothetical futures, institutional analysis examines how monarchies maintain continuity. That continuity depends on disciplined preparation, predictable communication, and respect for constitutional roles. Princess Leonor's public record aligns fully with this approach. As she continues her training, her responsibilities will expand gradually. She will represent Spain at official events, engage with national institutions, and assume greater visibility as her preparation advances. Each step will be documented and contextualized within constitutional norms. When personal milestones intersect with constitutional significance, they will be addressed formally, as has been historical practice. Until then, the emphasis remains on readiness and service. This approach reflects an evolving understanding of leadership. Leadership in constitutional systems is not defined by personal narrative, but by institutional trust. That trust is built through consistency, restraint, and demonstrated commitment to public duty. Princess Leonor's path illustrates how modern monarchy adapts to contemporary expectations without abandoning its foundational principles. And in moments like her constitutional oath, that purpose becomes visible. The broader takeaway is this: monarchy in the 21st century is sustained not by spectacle, but by stewardship. Preparation for leadership is deliberate, measured, and grounded in law. By focusing on these principles, Spain's monarchy reinforces stability in a changing world. And in that stability, the responsibility becomes clearer. Only 1 in 10 viewers here is subscribed. If you value thoughtful insights into royalty and leadership, join the community.